been in the situation when it's late at night, we've just finished a movie, we want to start another one, we go to the freezer, open it up, and there's no more ice cream. Imagine if you could make ice cream on demand within a minute or so in the comfort of your own home. Well, that's the premise behind ColdSnap, a new machine that's being launched as part of CES 2021. And I have got Matt Fonte here to tell me all about it. Now, Matt, thank you so much for joining me today. And we're going to taste some ice cream, right?
Yeah, Lexi, thanks. We're glad to be here. We're excited to have you preview our ColdSnap.
So let's talk about the machine itself. So it's sitting right behind me on my kitchen counter. Now, this is kind of, to use an analogy that maybe some people might be familiar with, this is like, to be correct, the Keurig of ice cream, the Nespresso of ice cream, because it uses pods, right?
It's a pod-based technology. It's a single serve, and we're using an aluminum beverage can because aluminum's more recyclable than plastic. But essentially, there is liquid ice cream mix and liquid smoothies and coffee drinks and even cocktails, all in liquid form inside the aluminum pod. And once you insert it into the machine, you close the lid and hit one button, and 60 to 90 seconds later, you have your frozen ice cream or frozen smoothie or frozen cocktail.
Sounds pretty good. And I've got one of the pods here, and I can definitely hear that there's liquid inside. So is this essentially like just a plain ice cream mix before it's been frozen, or have you got other sort of magic in here that makes it work?
No, it's pretty much, it's a clean label. It's pretty much just ice cream mix. We do some special things to it to make it shelf stable. So that pod could literally stay in your pantry or cabinet for a year before you use it. And the whole idea behind our business is that it's customization or personalization. So if you want a non-dairy ice cream and maybe your family member wants a regular vanilla ice cream, or somebody prefers a protein shake, everybody can choose their respective product and flavor that they want.
And it's not just ice cream, because I see sneakily in the case of pods that you've sent me, we have a mango passion fruit smoothie and a margarita frozen cocktail. So let's switch over to the machine, and you're going to walk me through how to make my very first ColdSnap ice cream. So let me see, which pod should I choose? I think it's been a day of chocolate. It's been a tough day, so I think I want some chocolate. Now, at the top of the machine is where the pod is inserted. So I need to basically lift the handle, push it all the way back, and then insert the pod. Now, it has to go a certain way, right? There's a QR code on the top, so that it needs to be facing up.
That's correct. And just make sure you push it all the way down, Lexi.
All the way down. Okay, cool. Let's see if I can show you this as I do it. All right. All the way down.
You should be able to close the lid without it interfering with the can.
Yeah, perfect. All right. So that's pretty easy so far. Now I see on the screen, it says select product. So I'm going to choose ice cream, obviously, because we're making ice cream. But what would happen if I did, say, like a cocktail mixed with an ice cream base? Would that
those don't freeze? Those recipes don't freeze as long. So when you're making a frozen mudslide or daiquiri, they don't quite turn to the same frozen consistency as ice cream. So your ice cream would come out not as frozen as we'd like it.
All right. Well, I definitely want ice cream because it's been one of those days. So I'm going to take a cup and put it on the machine like so. And then we're going to hit ice cream. Please wait, relax, and chill. Okay. Walk me through the actual technology in what it needs to take, basically a liquid form into something that is like a soft serve.
Well, it's a similar technology to the compressor condenser technology that's used in a refrigerator or freezer. We've just kind of made it more powerful, if you will, and packed it in a smaller space. In addition to that, inside every pod, there's actually a stirring mechanism. And as we're freezing the ingredients, we're removing the ice off the inner diameter of the can and churning and mixing it for about 90 seconds.
So how do you keep a machine like this clean? I mean, ice cream is a pretty messy undertaking.
Yeah, so we're intentionally freezing inside the pod itself, and we're dispensing directly from the pod to the bowl beneath the pod. As such, there's no reason to clean the machine because no dairy or smoothie or any food products touch the machine at all. So we intentionally made it where once you remove the pod, it's clean, the machine's clean, and it's ready for the next pod.
So this machine is quite heavy. It's about 50 pounds. Is that kind of the size and sort of shape in people's kitchens that you're expecting the final version to take, or is it going to be a lot lighter than this?
Right now, it's probably going to stay around 50 pounds. It's always a compromise. We could perhaps make it smaller, but then the freeze time becomes longer. So we thought this was we're striking a balance to make a machine that could sit on the counter, fit underneath the cabinets, plug into the wall, not take too much time. So this is what we have.
It's dispensing. Look at that. All right. We just saw the dispensing. Let me bring it close so you can take a look at the finished product. So I'll show you. This is the soft serve style chocolate ice cream. So now it looks like a soft serve. Does it taste like a soft serve? I'm an ice cream, I would say, aficionado, an ice cream snob. So I really love ice cream. Let's see if this one tastes as good. That's really good. It tastes like a combination of a chocolate mousse and a soft serve. It's not too sweet. The consistency is actually really nice. It's not too airy, so it sort of feels like almost a hybrid between a soft serve and a traditional ice cream. This is really good. Don't mind me, I'm just going to be here all day eating my ice cream.
I'm glad you like it, Lexi.
Delicious. Before I eat my feelings, let's talk about some of the other things that the machine can do. Obviously, we mentioned the margarita cocktails and the passion fruit smoothies. Is the sky the limit? Could we go all the way to making like anything, the craziest things that we want? Say, for example, if people have custom smoothies that they like with protein shakes or things and they want them to be not necessarily something that's given to them in a can, but could they potentially make a mix, put it in a can, and then put it into the ColdSnap?
Yeah, so we'll see where this technology takes us. Right now, we're focused on controlling the ingredients inside the pod, so the machine works as intended. But we are coming out now with a line of healthy frozen confections. It's smoothies that are fortified with nutraceuticals, and they could be viewed as a meal replacement.
Very exciting. Okay, now please don't break my heart, but how expensive is this going to be? Like, am I actually going to be able to afford to have one in the house and also be able to afford to have the pods every night that I want to have ice cream?
Yeah, so we're thinking between $500 and $1,000, depending on the volume we're selling of the machines, and then the pods around just under $3, $2.50 to $2.99 per pod.
Excellent. Well, I'm really excited to see when the final ColdSnap product finally hits the market. You said around maybe 2022. So fingers crossed for that. And I am just going to go finish this and probably the rest of the other pods too. So thanks for joining me, Matt, and stay tuned for more CES 2021 coverage.
Thank you, Lexi. It's a real pleasure. Appreciate it. Thank you.